got decent proprioceptive work. You're in the remedial class, right? We'll have one later on, okay?
Can we cross our leg over? I can stand up longer if I cross my leg over.
Well, we try not to, okay?
Okay.
So there's all sorts of ways, you know, we could do this kind of stuff to balance. We would try not to. We're going to try to make this one leg stance as the basic way to get this process started, okay? So the one leg stance we're here, okay? And then now we can make this harder, okay? We can make this more difficult on ourselves. So with the leg up, all I want you to do is forget that spot, and I want you to look to your right. A lot of people lose their balance, correct?
Yep.
Now, I want you to look to the left. Right? So we start losing some balance.
Worse, yeah.
Does it make sense that now you're reaching for the key to the house? You've got groceries in one hand like this here. You're trying to hold on, and you slip and fall.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But so the goal with this, and everyone can sit down again, okay? The goal with this is to do a one-leg stance every day, and now just make it more and more difficult, okay? So we'll look at one leg with shoes on, and Pamela, the reason why we'll use shoes on initially is the fact that we want you to have that platform, the platform of your shoe. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't have shoes on, I would recommend actually having a pair of shoes by your vanity and just have a pair of shoes there for your first 6 weeks of doing this, okay? Because it'll take you about 6 to 8 weeks of actually getting fairly decent where you say, Doc, I'm able to do a minute on each leg.
Wow.
And that's the goal, is a minute on each leg.
Wow. High leg or just a leg up?
So we just want you
It
here,
is pretty.
okay? So here's what we want you to be. So with that said, what about the person that's had an ankle sprain when they were 10 years old? Do you think this might be much more difficult for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Because the ankle sprain was never rehabbed properly. It got better. You had good strength, but you didn't have proprioceptive strength, and that's the key. Do you remember the speed skater? Was his name Jansen?
Oh, yeah. The one, yeah.
Dan Jansen. Dan Jansen fell his last lap in the Olympic Games and lost it. #1 in the world. And you know what they said after? Is the fact that it was probably an old ankle sprain that was never rehabbed properly for him.
Wow.
Is that pretty wild? Here you're talking Olympic level, but he just didn't have the rehab, the proper rehab. He had tons of strength. I mean, if you remember the guy's legs, they were like, you know, the size of my entire body.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if you've injured your ankles, I've injured both very badly, right?
This is what we want you to do.
Right. So we'll strengthen them now?
Absolutely. And strengthen them not in the sense that your muscles are going to get stronger, because really and truly, you're not doing a lot of muscle control with this. Would you agree? There's some, but not a lot. It's mostly proprioceptive input going to your cerebellum to say, whoa, 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 you're going to fall to the right, you're going to fall to the left, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Right.
So it just keeps firing, 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 firing,
Yeah.
okay? It's like being in the ring with Muhammad Ali, you know, you go, right? So, okay, so one leg with eye movements now. So we still have our shoes on, okay? But now we're doing some eye movements with this thing. I would actually want you to put an imaginary A, B, C, D up on the wall.
Are you giving us a paper?
No, I'm not.
Gotta
I
write
can
all
if you
this
want.
down.
If you want to write your email down, I'll send it to you. Okay. So one leg with eye movements is really critical, because now to do this sort of stuff, okay, it gets hard, right? You start saying to yourself, man, oh man, this gets really tough. But that's what we want you to get to the level of being able to do. How much firing is your system doing when you're doing that? A ton. Now we have hand movements. You could actually just go like this type of scenario, almost like you're juggling, or you could throw a ball up, okay? This next section I would generally not recommend for the vast majority of people, unless you say to yourself, Doc, I'm really, really good at this, okay?
Which one?
With closed eyes,
Oh.
okay? And the reason why it could be dangerous for you, especially if you try
Throws it
it,
right off.
yeah, it really does.
Your balance.
Taking that part of your sensory system out of the equation is a huge way to just throw you off your game. But should you be able to do it? Yeah, you really should be able to do it. Okay. So when people want to try this, well, I'm just gonna have you stand up for a sec, okay? What I would recommend is having two backs of their chairs like this. So there's another one over here, okay? And now I close my eyes. And I'm kind of saying, okay, there I am. Okay, I'm still okay. 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 The chair is right there for you just in case. Okay, so it's just in